Okay, potty.
All right, Garrett, we're live, so we're sharing, and then we'll start as soon as we get some viewers here.
Got it done.
Nope.
No, I do.
I got it now. Did you go share?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're picking up the people now. All right, we jumped way up all at once. So here we go. All right, we're going to do an intro.
You are watching Hockey in the Fort podcast. Now, with tonight's podcast, we've got Nick, Ed, and Don. Take it away, boys.
All right, everybody, welcome to an episode of Hockey in the Fort. We're having a little bit of connection issues, but we're going to, if it disconnects, we'll give Garrett a call back so we have him with us. For those of you who don't know and haven't read, we got Komets forward Garrett Thompson with us. He spent the last couple of years away overseas, and we'll learn all about that. But we have a fan question already that they want us to start with. So if you can hear us good, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep. Thanks for having me, boy.
Yeah, definitely. So the fan question that we have to ask is apparently there was something about you in college and a dolphin.
That beats me. I have no idea what that means.
Answer that question.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't think he heard that.
I don't think he did.
I said he doesn't have to answer that question.
What's that?
Your money.
Did?
Yeah, what's up?
By the way,
What's going on, man? How you doing?
by the way,
I'm
surprise.
doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Just back in old Traverse City.
Yeah, how is it up there right now?
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold and it's on lockdown, so there's not much going on in the city. But
Yeah, at least you got a better view than we do.
yeah, how have you been doing?
Oh, not too bad. Just I'm still locked down here in the fort too. So
Oh, you're in the fort still.
yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of physical therapy right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
Oh man, yeah, that's never the best to be injured on the off season. I tell you that.
No, but yeah, I just, figured I'd pop in and surprise you real quick since I was heard you were on here, and I'm still in town, so I just wanted to say what's up, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That was an early chime-in too. I didn't expect to hear from anybody that quick. I didn't even.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know my question was going to come up first.
Yeah.
Well, we got to make sure everybody's there. So
Good deal, man. Good to hear from you. I hope
buddy.
everything's going well. And tell your old man I said hello.
Absolutely, yeah. So same. Tell Jenny I said hi, and yeah, tell your old man I said hi too, and hope everything's well. And I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy. Take care.
You too.
all right, Sid, thanks a bunch, buddy. So we had to surprise you a little bit with somebody you knew.
Yeah, that was an early one there. Wait, let me get my mouth going here first. I can't even talk yet, and I already got a caller. I don't know how this works.
So we normally don't do that, but since we knew you and Sid are so close friends,
Yeah.
go ahead and try that for a minute. So, all right. So what we don't normally start with that. So
Yeah.
We usually just go with like where you started playing hockey and how you got to where you're at. You know, take us through the timeline that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, so I grew up in Flint, Michigan. I have two older sisters and an older brother, so I'm the youngest. And we grew up on a small farm with horses and chickens and goats and whatnot. And we had a small pond in the front yard. So every winter it would freeze over. And since the time I was probably 2 years old, I think my first set of skates were actually figure skates. But we went down there, me and my brother and the whole family, and we'd get a little pickup game going. And so yeah, that's like originally when it started. And then my dad played senior hockey, and I would go and watch games with my brother. And then the best part was we'd go down in the locker room after the games, and my dad had a goalie on his team, Marty LaValle, and he would always, kind of chat with me and my brother and goof around with us in there, and we would just be big-eyed seeing everything going on. And he gave us an old set of goalie gloves. So we took those home, and between the two of us, I don't think they ever touched the ground. We wore them out until the leather was off them and you couldn't read the brand anymore. And we had them inside for mini sticks, outside in the road of the driveway, and basically put in our hours there, and then begged my dad to start us up in hockey. So that's kind of where the passion grew, and it just developed from there. And you can kind of ask any player once you hit the ice. It's, once you first step on the ice at a young age like that, there's nothing else in your mind. And that's kind of how it's been growing up. And then you get to a point where you really want to pursue it, and the passion's still alive, and it gives you opportunities in life that, you didn't think were possible through a sport. But just from alone moving up to Traverse City, I lived in Sault Ste. Marie. I moved with my brother and lived up there when I was 16. As I was there, my parents moved to Traverse City. One of my older sisters was here living with her husband, and they had a baby boy. So when I left Sault Ste. Marie, my new home was Traverse City, which couldn't have been a better fit. It's been a blessing since. I've told my family, since then, it's the best thing that's probably happened to me. And every summer now I get the joy of coming back to a beach in Lake Michigan, and
Cherry
the
Festival.
tourism here in summer is great. There's just everything going on. And so, yeah, that's where my junior career started. And then I got recruited by Ferris State University from the blessing of Andy Huff. He was a hotshot rookie coming in, and he had a lot of praise and a lot of looks from scouts. And that's when Ferris State reached out to me, and him and I, a season or two later, went to Ferris State. We spent 4 years there, and that was another point of my life that was just amazing. It was, you're in college and you're playing hockey, a student athlete, and for as much as people don't like school, you look back and you miss every second of it. You met so many friends throughout the years, that lifelong friends and just awesome people. And, you really look back on those times and you wish you could cherish some of those moments a little bit more. And especially when you have teams like we did there. We went to the national championship game and lost to Boston College, Johnny Boudreau. They had a Kreider, they had a dynamite roster, and we were the underdog. We made it to that point, which was a huge feat for us. And coming up short was a heartbreak, but at the same time, you look back and realize what we did in that year, and it reset a milestone for the organization and all the guys that were part of that team. There's just a special bond with all of us, and it's tough to talk about sometimes, just because you think that so many memories come back from it. But anyway, had 2 more good years after that, and then left Ferris State and signed a NHL entry-level contract with the Ottawa Senators for 1 year. Went to training camp, spent the year in Binghamton, New York, in the AHL, and that was a hard point in my career. It was I don't know. I guess I wasn't completely ready for it. I thought I was, but looking back, I don't think I was completely ready for that step. So then after that season, I was a free agent and was kind of searching around the market, and I got a call from Mike Embach specifically, and he asked me what I was doing for the next season. And he said, "Yeah, I've been talking to Gary and told him to reach out. And have you heard from him yet?" I said, "No, not yet." So, I talked to some other guys around the league and coaches and recruiters and stuff, and Fort Wayne just sounded like an awesome fit. I had a couple friends that obviously I played with before that were there. Spoke with Gary, spoke with Dave, and it just seemed like it was a good spot. And the biggest thing that I, wanted to accomplish was winning a championship. And coming up short in college was hard. And being that close, you kind of realize how special those teams are and that feeling. So made the decision to go to Fort Wayne. I thought that was a big front runner in the East Coast League, and it definitely was. Every year I was there, we were competitors, we were contenders for the title. So yeah, that's kind of how I got my foot in the door there. And when I got there, I've met, same thing, lifelong friends, and Cody Soul and Trevor Cheek and Shaftsma and Kyle Thomas. And you could just kind of go on. Sadlowski, obviously, we have a long history too, and just guys that. It felt like Ferris just at another level, college hockey at another level. It was a family oriented through the Frankies and ownership and staff. You got treated really well. Joe Joe in the equipment room, him and Aaron were awesome. And just people you met around the rink and fans, and you build a lot of relationships. And being there 3 years that I was, it was just another family for me to go to. And I think there'll always be a special place there cruising back through. My wife and I will drive back home from Florida, and we'll kind of make our way out of the way to drive through Fort Wayne sometimes, just to kind of get a little bit of relapse of the scenery and how much fun we had there. And so, yeah, the last game I played in Fort Wayne was against Colorado Eagles when they went back to back and won the championship. And that's a tough moment. That was
the infamous
tough one to
series
get
there.
into. Anyway, as that season was going on, I had already made the decision. Spoke to my wife then, girlfriend, fiance, that we would consider going overseas, and that's where Norway, my agent and a Norway recruiter, had reached out to me, and me and Sid actually together, kind of going in as a pair, which was nice,
Right.
familiarity. And so yeah, we landed in Norway, and it was an awesome place. It was very scenic. It was very rich and clean. The cost of living was a bit high, which you kind of get that if you go somewhere nice, which was fine. It wasn't a drawback, but so yeah, I went there. Had a great year there. Obviously, battled through. We weren't it was kind of another weird scenario. We weren't really a high-end team in it, but we ended up winning the championship. And then after the season ended, got married last summer. And then during that whole process, my agent reached out, and I went to Slovakia. And being freshly off of the plane less than a month ago, coming back, it was not the best experience. If it wasn't, I don't know. That's a really tough one to talk about. It was just a different style of life, different culture, different people.
Mm-hmm.
The English wasn't quite there, and you ran into a lot of things at the arena that you wouldn't in Fort Wayne, or things that I'm kind of accustomed to, and the way you're treated. And yeah, it was just a little bit of a battle mentally throughout the season. And to say it was, let's just say we learned a lot from that, a lot of life lessons, and a lot of things that kind of happened that you look back on and maybe shake your head a little bit at. But we ended up back here in Traverse City. My wife and I just bought a home, and we're in the process of renovating now, amongst this, virus that's going on. So
You have plenty
in
of time.
lockdown at the house, and that's my briefing of hockey, I guess.
So you have plenty of time to work on the house. So
Yeah, we got downtime now. There's nothing stopping us there. It's just everything's shutting down, so we can't get floors. We can't, buy the stuff we need. It's not considered essential anymore.
your Home Depot and stuff's not open up there?
It is. They just closed off the tile and flooring
Oh,
aisles and paint and everything.
sucks.
So
Yeah,
Crazy.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, we got a bunch of questions, a lot of the same style, but you can probably guess what it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ed.
Any hockey related?
Oh yeah, they're it's
They're
all hockey related. No, not
Oh,
one
okay.
of them is not.
I'm not even paying attention to what the people are asking. I was coming up with my own questions.
Well, let's get to one. Any chance you'll ever play over on the state side again?
Yeah, I've contemplated the decision with my wife after this past season. We probably could have left in the middle of the season because it was just what it was, and
You don't have to hold
you
back.
kind of look back on. Pardon?
You don't have to hold back now.
Well, no, I'm not holding back. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It was shit, to say the least. Like, I don't know. It
I've
just
heard that
wasn't.
about
It
it.
wasn't ideal. You expect to go there and get treated well, and like you have in Fort Wayne, for example, or any other professional team I played on. The equipment manager, he'll grab he'll hand sew your skate shot blockers back together.
Yeah.
And these guys have never heard of shot blockers, so like they don't care if your foot's broke going into the next game. Like
Hell
it's
no.
it's a different mentality.
No way.
Like we had guys going over to Germany to get sports hernia surgery, and then we were in Slovakia, and they're having to go out on their own and then pay out of pocket. Like it just stuff that you would expect, to be treated well, and to be handled just human to human, and it really lacked there. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. But if there's more questions on it, I'll probably keep going into it. I got a Molson. I just opened my third Molson after dinner, so I'm sweetening it up here as we go.
So we usually have beverages too, so we're on the Labatt train. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys need to get a Spit and Chicklets hookup and send some Pick Whitney out for your guests. I'd love to crack into one of those right now.
I said we got a bottle of it sitting right over here.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
That stuff will mess you up. God, it'll hurt you.
Come down for our Komets alumni party. We'll hook you up with some Pink Whitney.
Who's hosting those?
We are.
We do.
Oh, you guys host those?
Yep. So this will be our
one
second
of those.
year. This year it's gonna.
Those,
hopefully this year it'll be August 15th.
August. Is it you guys do a golf incorporated too?
We can set up something where all the boys go play beforehand, then we'll do the party at night usually.
Yeah. See, that'd be the way to do it. We had college golf alumni parties.
Yeah.
And they'd have to make practice holes into regulation holes because we had so many guests coming back. But guys would be like driving their golf carts up onto the tee boxes, like up the stairs, and turning their golf carts into shambles, like shit falling off the side of them. And
so what you're saying is it's a fun round of golf.
Oh, it's a blast. Yeah, you're not gonna leave there without a smile on your face, whether you win or whether you're sleeping in the back of a car passed out because you're hammered. You're still smiling.
Speaking of that, Susan and Bill want to know what your favorite brewery is in Traverse City.
Favorite brewery? Ooh, they just opened a bunch of microbreweries. The U&I Lounge is probably, I would say that's easy one. The U&I, it's not I don't know if it's a brewery, it's just a bar, but if anybody comes up to the U&I, they will find me and my buddies up there playing darts, or ISOL is the thing to get to. If you guys ever had an ISOL shot?
I've heard of them, never had one.
Yeah. It's like Rumpelmans, but so basically you go to the bar and
candy.
You're hanging out or whatever. I don't know if you guys are single or not, but you go there and you meet a pretty girl, you order an ISOL, it's like you just brushed your teeth. You guys are good to go.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, for those folk looking to come up and enjoy Traverse, it's a beautiful spot. Rare Bird, Right Brain, what are some other ones? Hop Lot,
that's a good
North
one.
Peak Brewery. There's a handful. There's also, for the wine connoisseurs, if you're a little more, I don't know, fancy for lack of a better word, out on the peninsula, there's a ton of wineries up there that you can go and do your sniffing and take a sip and spit it in a bucket kind of thing.
Does Hop Lot still do the igloos in the wintertime?
I think so, yeah.
I love that place.
I think Ed's the only one that spits up alcohol between the three of us.
So I guess we'll get back to hockey instead of beer. So Ed, what do you got?
Let's see. Not really seeing questions too much on my page.
I thought you were working on your own.
Yeah, I got one. So you're there at Ferris State. You played with a lot of guys that ended up being in Fort Wayne, Binks and Lowney, Nagel. Did those guys? I know you mentioned Mbach. Did the other guys have anything to do with coming to Fort Wayne?
Yeah, Mbach sat next to me my freshman year at Ferris, so we were pretty tight right away. And then Nagel, same thing. Like those guys lived together. So when I saw those two together at Fort Wayne, I just knew it was going to be a riot and I was going to have a blast. So I think I spoke to both of them before I ended up going there. And they, they just kind of tell you how it is. And obviously if they're enjoying it there, then, you are. So yeah, when I got there, Binkley was a class under me. Simone Denis actually had a brief stint in Fort Wayne. I spoke to him before he came. Obviously Lowney and I had a buddy, Andy Huff, was there for a brief stint. But yeah, I mean, like, it's not hard at all. Like when you have those buddies, that are trying to find a place to play, you almost you want your buddies around, and then you reach out to somebody and, tell them, or he's asking you, hey, how is it here? I just talked to the coach, whatever, blah, blah. And I think it was just a cool place it was just really cool to see like friends like that along the way. And ask any hockey player, like the hockey world is so small and everybody knows everybody kind of thinks through one guy. So yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah, it's just a small world, and you're not afraid to tell somebody how it is, because if you love it and you want them there, you know you're going to have a blast. And if it's a shit spot like Zvolen, Slovakia, then you tell them it's a shit spot.
So you played with Lowney. Give us a good Lowney story, because I know that he likes to go through hardware stores and stand next to gnomes and stuff. So
no, I think the best times I had with Lowndes were he lived a floor. Was it a floor or two above me? I think it was 2 floors above me. Yeah, and him and Hauser lived together, and those two were like 2 peas in a pod. We'd play board games and stuff, and they would just get each other going. And no, man, Lowndes the best. I actually played with him a little bit this year, and then he ended up going to another team. But no, there's not too many. I think probably just board games. We were playing Settlers of Catan, which I'm sure a lot of probably every hockey player knows about. But we were playing that, and it gets pretty competitive, and you know nobody threw cards or anything, but everybody wants to win and shit. And I remember blocking him or making a move or something. He's like, gee, I fucking hate you, man. And he's like, he was so sincere about it, but he was still like pissed off. I was like, oh man, all right.
It sounds about like Lowndes a little bit there.
Yeah,
he's got that little competitive spunk in him.
Yeah, he does.
Did he go to Belfast this year? Is that where he ended up?
Yeah, he was in Belfast with Curtis Leonard.
That's right.
Yeah.
I miss both those guys. They're great people. So, all right. So you played on a team. It's probably the tightest team we've had in years. And that's 16-17 season. I think it was 16-17 when you guys played against the Eagles. Who was the comedian of that team besides Cody and Jamie?
The comedian?
Yeah, everybody knows Cody and Jamie were hilarious, but
well, they obviously don't know, because we had a ranking system for the funny guys, and I was ranked 1A. Solar was ranked 1B, and then Shaz was behind us at 2, and then maybe he was 3, so it was 1, 2, 3, and then Mike Embach coming in at, well, he would always be like fucked around or whatever, and he would look at us and he's like the funny guy, and he would throw up. He was number 4, which what we ranked him at 4, but he would throw both hands up with 4 on him. So we started telling him he was number 8, and it just pissed him off. So it went 1, 2, 3 to 8, and Mike is 8.
So,
but I mean, you had everybody in there that was like, you'd have part of the locker room. Like I was over by Baptista and Bardis, and we had Solar kind of down on our end, and everybody would just try to get Bats going as best they could, but he never cracked. But he's such a philosopher kind of guy, the way he thinks everything. So we always try to get under his skin, but he held up pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's mentally strong. The guy would take cold showers in the morning and drive with his window down with his t-shirt on and his yellow glasses to the arena when it's like 20 degrees out. So you can't crack somebody like that.
He's a special bird. I've met him a few times. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a beauty. Hauser was a funny guy, but he couldn't keep in a laugh. So you just get automatic laughs from him. You don't even try.
Were you here when Cody wore the tutu?
When he wore the what?
When he wore that pink tutu around?
No, I wasn't.
So I've seen the pictures of it, but I never really knew what it was for.
No, I don't think I was there for that one. We were in Utah one time, and we had a hard hat one year, and it was a space helmet.
Yeah.
And we had pregame skates. The guys are getting dressed and stuff, and it was optional. So if you wanted to go out, you could. So Solar's out on the ice or something, or maybe he was just getting out there. Drills are going, and Gary's out there. And we had the space helmet, so somebody brought it out and he handed it to Solar. So he took his helmet off and put this space helmet on with the visor down and went through a drill. And he's crossing over, he's a show pony, so he likes to get all the laughs. So he's making crossovers, and there's a pass like right on his tape. And he's like looking behind him, can't find it. Picks up a puck off the wall, goes down, and Like everybody on the ice was just cracking up. But he lives for that kind of stuff too.
Oh yeah, that's what he does. I watched him. I watched the game when they played. He was playing for Florida, and he played against us this year. And they had warm-ups on TV, and you could see him screwing with Sid and a few of the other guys. But then during the game, he was trying to fight everybody. So
that's Solar career right there.
Was that the game? I think he slashed Rimshaw in the face that game and got everybody really going.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, yeah, typical Cody. Start shit and go. Yeah. So, you played out in that series with Kravchenko on the team when that whole pregame brawl started, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your take on all that? What was that like?
Man, out of the mix of that entire thing, I think there's a part that goes really unnoticed. So while everybody's trying to beat the shit out of each other on the red line, no refs or anybody to mediate it, I look over, and Hauser the night before was completely dehydrated, and he spent the night in the hospital, so he couldn't play.
Right.
And Bartis was in net, which Bartis is a gamer, so nobody was like, everybody had confidence in him.
Yeah.
So I turn around and I look from the red line toward our end, and Ryan Lowney's on the blue line warming up Bartis, the only player on the ice shooting pucks. And he's taking shots on Bartis, and Bartis is like doing his thing, getting ready for the game. And I look back, and there's Bobby Shea, Sid, like Solar, Shaftman at the end of the red line, two-handed, like swinging his stick around, trying to like take guys' heads off. And oh man, that was insane. The other good thing about that, or wild thing about that, was as the fights are going on, the red line was like, it was like you couldn't cross it still. Like the hockey code of ethics or whatever was still valid. Like the guys were trying, as they're fighting. I remember Krabby and this guy both had their gloves on, helmets off, and they're going. And Krabby, guys are like, pull him over, get him over the red line. So like he just wheel this guy on the other side, and it's just like a match of like tug of war. Like anything you could do to get a leg up on the other team. It was, but yeah, it was nuts, man. Like, yeah, it definitely like set the pace for those next couple games. It was wild.
Well, what was the locker room like after warmups that night? I mean, was it pretty wild in the locker room?
I'm usually the first off, so I went off the ice, and it wasn't. I mean, I think warmups were ended at that point. They didn't even let us finish. So I go off the ice, and Krabby and Maggio are in there, and they're both just like gassed, like winded, out of breath, because there's no refs to stop the fight. So they're like, your instinct kicks in, and you're just trying to survive and like not let this guy beat the shit out of you, right?
Yeah.
So I go in there, and they're both huffing for breath and shit, and guys are coming in, they're like, oh man, Shelby, that was unreal, like taps on the head and stuff, and like it definitely got us going. Like I think we came out early, and like guys were just buzzing right away. Anytime you see somebody do something like that for the team, it goes a long way. Did you see the video of the boys in Jacksonville this year? Oh yeah, the full. Was that a bench clear, or was that just everybody on like the line, everybody on the ice? Everybody on the ice. It was basically a line brawl, and then the second one that started, because there was 2 or 3 line brawls that
nobody
night.
got off the bench.
Nobody got off the bench because the guys on the bench were beating the shit out of the guy on the ice. So it was entertaining. It was fun. We went down to that, and it was we just kind of stood in the stands like, holy shit. Oh yeah. And as there's that many fights going on, you're trying to like see which one's the best. So you're kind of like eyeing up each one and seeing where they're going, you know?
Yeah, we were sitting behind the goal so we could see everything on the ice. It was great. Awesome. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
And we were trying to record it. We recorded it, put a video out, and it got us a shit ton of views. But we were trying to record, and it was like, God, which one do we go? Because Verpy was beating the shit out of McKinnon, and then Haas was going with Clark. And in the second fight, McKinnon went over to the bench, and Haas and Stewart lawnmowered him the whole time.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that's the thing about the coast is hockey in general. Yeah, you can fight, you can beat the shit out of somebody else with your bare knuckles. NHL, AHL, whatever, hockey in general, right? It's the only place that you can do it without going to jail or getting arrested. And as you take steps down in the league, you get to the East Coast, where I'm sure the Federal is worse, or the SB. I've never experienced it, but you see that East Coast, and like you got every fight going on the ice, and these refs are still trying to be the best that they can be, and they're not to the NHL caliber, right? So they're trying to like tend to all these fights, and anybody's going to make a mistake. And I think that's where the coast is just kind of a cutthroat league, you know, because it gets labeled a little bit by like hooligans and whatever, but it's just guys that still love the game and want to play, and it's a good league too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I played in it for 3 years.
Right.
But it's definitely more ruthless than the NHL and the AHL, and I can't speak for the SP and the Federal. Those are probably worse.
Yeah, the Federal's pretty ruthless. The SP's pretty much, it's damn near the same caliber as the Coast when it comes to that. They've settled it down pretty good, but
yeah, the Federal's a shit show.
Yeah, the Fed can be. It's gotten better. They're trying to turn it into a legit hockey league instead of a boxing league with hockey involved. So so what was your I mean, people are still asking, would you ever come back to the action and play in the Coast again, or would you want to go some other league?
I think it's a possibility. I mean, I don't want to commit to anything, obviously, but yeah, I've pondered the decision on coming back. And I haven't ruled it out by any means. It would be nice to finish. You know, I'd like to grow a family and play hockey where, you know, hopefully have kids and have them, you know, watch me play. And I think nothing better than have somewhere close to home where the grandparents can come. And, you know, I have sisters that are Kentucky and Florida. So, but yeah, I've definitely thought about it more and more. And, you know, getting to the end of my career, it'd be nice to finish in the States. So yeah, it's still
play on some smaller, play on a little smaller ice too.
Well, that's the thing I'm worried about. I'm getting old. My bones are getting brittle, and I'm getting slower. So I respect the shit out of Shaz for playing how long he did. And what is it? David Ling, the guy in Brampton that's 42, 43. Did he play this year?
Yeah, I think he did for a little while. I don't know if he finished the year. Did we see Brampton at all? Yeah, Thanksgiving we played him this year.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing. So
yeah, he's right up there with Yager. Those two are on a different like level of. I don't know. I don't know how you can play at that age, but yeah, I mean, the smaller surface. It's for my style. I'm going to be out there and just. I don't know. I'd probably have to tell the coach that's coming back, hey, expect me to only play this many games because I don't know if I can keep running into these people.
So, I mean, obviously the big difference over there is the ice size, but for everybody that doesn't know, what was it like playing European style as compared to North American? Because it is big.
Well, I got a little bit of two experiences with Norway and Slovakia. Norway was more open perimeter, like sorry, that's my dog here. He's a biker going on. Anyway, yeah, it's more perimeter. It's more, the first one was more puck control, like soccer on a sheet of ice. And then this past year in Slovakia was a lot more North American, a lot more grinding, physical, dump the puck kind of thing. So I experienced a little bit of both. But I mean, I still watch highlights and check on guys that I'm buddies with back in the States and watch highlights from the Komets games and stuff. And I'm still kind of curious if the game would change my eyes at all going back from what I know now. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
I bet your vision would be a lot more open now.
Yeah. Well, my game benefits on like getting pucks in and forechecking and those little battles with defensemen and stuff. So in Norway, if I'm just skating around and wasting my breath trying to catch guys, it's kind of brutal. Like you're not enjoying hockey all the time doing that, you know? So in the coast, you're in the middle of everything and you're always starting to play. But you're obviously skating with left forward, so you're getting gas, which that's another thing too. I don't know. It's give and take wherever you go, I guess.
Hey, Gary Rue just sent you with a picture of Solar in a tutu in your inbox.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Solar and what?
The tutu.
The tutu?
Yeah. Since he said he hadn't saw it.
Oh, maybe I had to have been there for that then.
I would have thought.
Maybe I was that game.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. I don't know where he picked that up.
It was.
That's the thing about Solar. What's that?
It was a charity thing that he did. I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember. He surprised everybody with it. I know that.
Yeah.
So
well, that's the thing about Solar. If he can do something to get somebody laughing, then he's all on board. So, I mean, did you guys see the one where he was in Cincy this year and he was skating around doing the
yep.
Eskla or whatever, the Frozen thing?
Oh
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe they should order him some figure skates.
Yeah, but he got
pick.
traded twice before the skates got shipped.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They can't ship him anything.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Larry said it was Princess Night. That's what it was.
Oh, Princess Night.
Yeah, leave it to Solar to put on a freaking tutu for Princess Night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had the long hair for it, so he was kind of a princess at that time.
Oh, I hope he's watching. So that picture actually made the rounds. Toledo actually plastered that over their arena one night. So
oh, great.
Yeah, leave it to Toledo. So what's your best Toledo memory? We'll go into that because I know the rivalry was there then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every game was a big game with them. Probably, I mean, beating them in playoffs was a big one for sure because they had our number every time. Like, I wonder what that year when we ended up knocking them out, what our record regular season was against them because
not good.
I think they had a leg up on us. So yeah, for sure, kind of finally being able to like take them out and like get rid of them, that was huge. And I mean, going into those games, you just want to win a game. So being able to win the series was a big deal.
Yeah. I remember the biggest memory of that game when you guys took him out was watching Sid afterwards and he acted like he was pulling the monkey off his back.
Oh yeah.
And just see him take a deep breath. It was pretty cool. Then he had to go play fucking Colorado.
Yeah.
So
another good memory I had, well, I just saw it, I think it was replayed this year, but it was when Cal Heater was in net and Sid sucker punched him and then caused a big brawl at the net there.
I remember that.
A good one.
Yeah. Sid never sucker punched anybody.
Oh, right. The guy's, I think he's the only guy to ever get in a fight in Norway. Like he got suspended, I think, a handful of games because he fought in Norway. But
yeah. Yep. I saw the picture of him when he was coming off the ice with that trademark smile that he has,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But he's still the only guy I've ever watched live that is pissed off and then you punch him in the face and he smiles and then he just kills him.
Yeah, right. It's just his fuel. Just gets him going.
Yeah. Like go ahead and hit me once. Watch. So all right, we got another fan question. Ed O'Reilly.
Yeah. What do you think about Jinx coming over to the Komets?
I think it's awesome. I saw that kind of unfold this summer, and I thought it was really cool. Obviously, playing against him, he's a presence on the ice, and he's a bastard to play against. Like playoffs and having him on that team, and how the roster unfolded with losing a lot of guys and losing leadership. I think him coming in was really big. And yeah, I don't personally know him, but just playing against him, I know that. He's well respected and he's earned that. And he's definitely a well-known name around the league that, doesn't go unheard year to year. So I think that's a huge pickup for them. And I'm sure Benny was happy in the Frankies and, the organization, everybody was happy with that signing.
Could you imagine Sid and Jenks and Shaw and St. Amant and Thompson? Fuck.
Yeah. No, I know. I hear you.
Come on.
You got to get Desi back in there too. I mean, yeah, you got to. You could powerhouse there for sure.
Yeah, we can rip him away from Gary. It's okay. He doesn't need him in China.
What's that?
Gary doesn't need him anymore in China. We'll rip him away.
Yeah.
Make some phone calls.
Ask Gary if you can have him back for the fort. That'll go over pretty good.
I don't know. We can just go out and ask him tonight when he's shooting his fireworks off.
Yeah. He put on there that he's shooting fireworks off tonight at 10.
So what was it? What was it like playing for Gary?
I mean, it was good. He's very detailed, and you never question that he was completely motivated and eager to win every game. He's a competitor, which, you know, I think led to a lot of his success there over the years. And, I mean, yeah, he obviously had a passion for the game and he loved it, and he showed it through us. And like any coach, you're going to get, you know, ups and downs and stuff. And, you know, certain guys need to be coached certain ways. And I think that is a pretty well-known thing across hockey. But, I mean, I enjoyed my time there. I think we had contending teams, like I said before, and I don't know. I wish him all the best. I don't know how everything, you know, went down with him leaving and stuff. I was gone, and but I obviously keep up to date with stuff, and seems like he's got a nice gig over there where he's at now, and I just hope he has everything going for him, and wish him all the best. I'm sure he spends his time back in Fort Wayne, so
yeah,
you know, he's a familiar face in that area. He's very well known, so
just a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been back for a couple months because they got booted out of China because of the virus when it was there.
Yeah, way at the beginning.
So
I remember he posted pictures at the airport.
Yeah, and they were getting scanned and people in suits, and then he gets to come home and deal with it here.
Yeah, he got it twice.
So, so what's your best memory from your time here overall that you can think of right now?
Oh man,
it's tough. I know.
Best memory overall. I can tell you the one that's talked about. Well, probably the one that's talked about most. Yeah, this one is, and if anybody knows or anybody's there, they're gonna be howling when they hear this. But so I'll give you guys a little bit of detail of how I lost my tooth. It was post-season, so the season was finished, and it was, to my credit, it was the only thing I hold on to really about it was a veneer, so it was already broken. So it was just a fake tooth over top of like a little nub they put on for my root. And then the season was ended, and we had a party at one of the apartments, and me and Solar, being the characters that we are, were cruising around and trying to lighten up the party, whatever, I don't remember. And we grabbed a couple hockey sticks and a couple empty beer cases, and we put them on each other's heads, and we started at one end of the hallway each, and we jousted down the hallway.
Wow.
So, as you know, obviously you can see where the story's going. We're cruising down the hallway the first time, clean, everybody's laughing, whatever, no big deal. Second time we go through, I should have known, facing a 6'6" giant with a hair coming out of his helmet, and he looked like a Viking, that it was probably a terrible decision. And to my fault too, I gave him Nags as goalie stick, so the knob on it, like, you know what I mean? It's
double.
huge. Yeah, basically the size of my mouth. So as he's galloping, doing his thing or whatever, he turns right to my tooth, and I like envision it still because I remember it all happening so clear. Hits me in my tooth, directly to my tooth, only there. My lip wasn't cut or anything. I'm falling backwards, and as I'm like parallel, I'm like, oh shit, like this isn't. I just knew it wasn't good. Hit the ground, take my helmet off, and feel with my tongue, and I was like, well, my tooth's gone. You know, like fuck me, right? So I stand up. And he's sitting there and he's laughing, and he's pointing at whatever he's doing, whatever he's doing. And I'm looking around, and Desi's sitting there and he goes, G, and it was his French accent, G money, your tooth. And he like holds it up, and it was sitting on the couch right next to him.
Oh, Jesus.
Great. So basically it ruined my night for about a half hour. Panic, anxiety, everything kicked in. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm 27 years old, and I'm doing this. Like, come on, man. Like, grow up a little bit. So I don't know. I just kind of rolled with it at that point. And yeah, I honestly was only a couple years in, so it wasn't like I was hammered and being an idiot. Like,
you were just winning.
Yeah, I was with my buddies. I was having a good time. And so yeah, I lost my tooth there, and the only good thing about it, I guess, or the only thing that I can hang my hat on is if anybody asks, I just say, yeah, I lost it by a hockey stick, and then just drop it. So they don't know, but now it's out there. So anybody that was curious, there you go. It was in a living room in Oakwood apartment, and my buddy Cody Stoll knocked it out for me. I almost looking back, I almost would have rather him just punch me in the face or something, you know, like, I don't know, getting like a little wrestle match but it was jousting in the living room. Like, come on.
That's hilarious.
What about shooting pancakes off the balcony with golf clubs?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. So Pat Nagel and Mike Embach lived above us, and almost probably 4 or 5 nights a week, we would play these games. And it would be just like, we would play wall ball on their balcony. We would play like, man, I don't even know. You could name anything. You just start, your brain sitting there, you start thinking of like a game to play. And we would start all these games. Putt-putt. We'd set up a putt-putt course throughout the whole apartment. What else would we do? We'd have like we'd pull the mattress out of the spare room and put it over the couch, and the quarterback would be in the kitchen, and the one guy would run out of the bedroom, and another guy would have to defend him, and you're like playing like I don't know, John Madden '98 or something, like trying to find receivers. I don't know. We'd make up a ton of fun games and just kill time, and I don't know. Jousting isn't a good game for anybody listening. Don't joust.
I don't know. It sounds pretty funny to me.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the second tooth story we've had on the show now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The first one was when Terry
What?
Ryan. That's the second tooth show or story we've had on the show now. The first one was when Terry Ryan knocked all his teeth out with a ball peen hammer to get his teeth fixed from Idaho.
Oh yeah, I have heard that story. Yep.
Yeah, we had Bobby Stewart on with us, and he was telling us the story from his perspective. Because Terry went on the Chicklets, and he said it, and he's like, if anybody ever talks to Bobby, ask him his side. And I was like, oh shit, we got him on tomorrow. Let's do it.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That'd be a crazy way to lose it. I mean, I guess this way jousting isn't too bad, but
it's at least funny.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'll never forget that. And somebody took a video, and anybody always asks me, hey, you have that video? I'm like, no, I don't have that video. Like, leave me alone. I'm not going to show you a video of me losing my tooth, dude.
Apparently,
yeah.
somebody remembers Nikki Shasma saying there were pancakes all over the parking lot one day and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
that could have just been a Friday night. No, I don't know. Usually, if there's any food, I'm eating it. I'm not gonna let that go to waste.
So it was not your apartment they were hitting the pancakes.
I wouldn't think so. No.
What's your favorite road trip story?
Ooh.
Everybody's got good bus stories.
Yeah. Man, I would say probably the best road trip that I had was when we played Utah, and we beat Utah in
Salt Lake.
In Salt Lake, and then we had a day off, and we went to Park City, and we got there, and it's like off season, right? So it's just pissing rain out, and everything's kind of closed. Like, there's no action going on, nothing really. So we're like, all right, well, let's just make it fun ourselves. So we're looking around at all these places. We found a rooftop bar, and it's pouring rain out, and the Kentucky Derby's going on. So we're up there drinking, like, I don't know, like White Russians or something, or we had like Irish coffees, like, to stay warm. And we're up there in a couple hours, and we just get absolutely hammered. And yeah, I mean, I just in Park City and with all those guys, you just think like it can't get much better than that. And I don't know, for some reason that one sticks out to me. It was obviously a full long day of activities and shit, and just I don't know. I'm trying to think of any specifics here. I actually was talking to a couple guys the other night, and they sent me a couple ideas. Oh, this one's it was a road trip to Colorado, and we were at the airport, and we're sitting there waiting for a flight or something, and it gets delayed a little bit, but like all the guys are kind of in the same area, and a whole hockey team, like there's a shit ton of guys, right? So you're thinking like you see somebody moving, you notice you're boarding or whatever. So we're sitting there, and it's me and Cody and Binkley, I think, was there, and there's probably like 8 or 10 of us, and Gary Graham was sitting by us, and we're playing cards, and we're just shooting shit, and we look down, and it says you're boarding it, blah blah blah. It's like, all right, well, we'll just wait for him to come over the intercom, or we'll keep an eye out. So we're sitting there waiting, and then finally somebody like looks down and says, hey, all right, well, let's go board. So we get up and we walk over to the desk or whatever, and it said like, I don't know, like it wasn't Colorado, and it said like some other state or something. We're like, oh, like did they change our gate? So Gary goes and talks to one of the counter ladies, and she's like, no, you guys missed your flight. We asked all to come aboard and blah, blah, blah. And we paged everybody to board, and like your flight's gone basically. So Gary's sitting here like chewing them out while like the 8 of us are sitting here like just cracking up. We couldn't believe that the plane left us, and all the boys, like majority of the team got on the flight and didn't realize that they left like a handful of behind. They're like, what the hell? Like the guys like way to look out for us, you know? And it's not like we went out the night before or anything. Like we were going to Colorado. So I end up going to like I don't know, we get like a shuttle. We end up catching a later flight or something like that and get a shuttle. And it was a long ordeal, but like it was so funny. I remember seeing all the guys and they're like, how did you miss that? Like, are you guys, you idiots, were you not paying attention? We're like, well, you guys hopped on the plane without giving us a heads up. Like, way to look out for your brother, man.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to look out for everybody unless it involves skate guards.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So who?
But yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said it first. Go for it.
No, I was just gonna say like nothing worse than going out on skate guards. You said.
Yeah. We had a story. With that one.
Another guy that I thought of that was a character was Ryan Calkin, and he would purposely go out with his skate guards and like lay all over the ice and stuff. And yeah, that guy was, oh man, he was a hoot.
So somebody wants to know someone you hated to play against and someone you'd want as a line mate from your time in the coast.
What was the second part?
Somebody you hate to play against and somebody that you wanted as a line mate from the coast time.
Oh man. Well, I don't know, man. Didn't really have. I mean, wanted as a line mate. I could easily say Sid. He led the league in scoring that year, and I was his line mate. Like the guy helped me out with how many points. So yeah, that was great for me. I'm looking for European skill, and my stats are padded from Sid helping me out. So I can't complain there. But hated to play again.
So you had to have
regularly.
one guy.
Yeah, well, I would probably say Jinx. He's just hard nosed and stuff in a big rivalry game. So I mean, that one stands out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever get you going in a game?
What's that?
Did he ever get you going in a game? I mean, you ever do anything to you?
There was one time, yeah, it was, this one sticks out. It was a game in Toledo, and we were, I think it was tied or something, but it was in playoffs, and he like came up high with the puck, and he dropped it to the D, and it went D to D, and he's like going to the net, and he stops in front, and I'm just expecting to kind of go up and tie up with him, and as I get to him, he like reverse checked me to like gain position.
Mm-hmm.
And it pissed me off, so I like cross-checked him or whatever, and I pushed him right into Hauser, and they scored. And after it, I was like, fuck, like, okay, I fucked up there, that's my bad. But then later on, I'm realizing, well, that's like, obviously he did his job. He got me off my game, and they scored, and it was just a smart, like, veteran play there that I think I tried it to him later in that series. I don't know if it worked or not, but I'd be curious if you remembered that.
Yeah. That's the stuff he does, man. He can get under your skin really quick, but then you regret every second of it immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know how he can see. It's
yeah,
like he sees ahead.
What's that?
It's like he can see it happening way before, and just it
Right.
works. We watched.
Yeah,
him do
those
that
are the
shit all
guys
year.
that you hate to play against and love to play with.
Yeah. Oh, you should have heard it when Fort Wayne signed him this year.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, the city went nuts. Everybody was so pissed. And then we were sitting here like, this is going to be awesome. So we had him on the show the minute that he got to town. And
Yeah.
like we told you before we started, he was pretty uncensored, and everybody fell in love with him. Within a month, there was probably 200 Jinx jerseys walking around games, and everybody's clamoring to get his autograph after the games. And it's like, Jesus Christ. I remember about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You guys were ready to kill him.
Yeah. That's how it works though, man. Like, and I'm sure that's got to be wild for him coming in. He probably doesn't think too much into it, but like same thing for like Nagel and those guys. You know, it's just you're going to a huge rival and you're just hated. But then once they see that you're buying into everything, then you know it's all good. And he sounds like a good dude and an awesome guy. So I mean, it just makes sense how it comes back around, though.
Yeah, he's good people. I think he scored in our first game in opening night.
I think so, yeah.
And
that's how it works, man. It's crazy shit like that, you know.
Yep, he scored opening night, and there was some boo birds, and then you know he scored again. There was less boo birds, and then it was all cheers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's a good dude. I love that guy to death. But
yeah.
So were you superstitious?
Not too much, no. Actually, I try to be the opposite. So maybe that's a superstition. I don't know, but like. I'll try to do shit differently, like switch stuff up a little bit so it doesn't all match up, because then it'll be weird to me.
So you don't have like a ritual that you do before each game?
No, if I see things kind of keep going like the same way to an extent, then I'll try to like jump off the path or like invert the path a little bit. So it's not too, I don't like to find myself getting too familiar or too much in that same thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of a superstition.
So
yeah, maybe a little bit.
Who's probably
who's
the most superstitious guy you've been in the room with?
Goalies. I would just say goalies for sure. Like I like to goof around and like, especially like for games, I'm always, I don't know. We did a starting lineup thing my last year, and I would always try to like make up shit on guys or I don't know, like rhyme and just kind of get the boys loose a little bit. And for some reason I sat next to Bartis, and he was pretty relaxed, but before that was Nagel, and I'd come in and kind of be laughing and stuff. And sometimes if he's short with me, I'm like, oh shit, all right. So I got to like talk to Weber on the other side of me, Will Weber, and he's not vocal. So I'm like, well, fuck, I'll just kind of sit here then. I don't know. But goalies I would say are superstitious in general. Hauser was, Nags to an extent. I think he's just kind of more, he likes to mentally prepare and stuff. But Hauser, I think, was very intricate with his shit.
I watched Hauser's routine that he does in net after every save and stoppage. He does the same shit every time.
Yeah.
I know how that works.
Yeah. Well, here's a good Hauser story. So me and Solar like to bust his balls like that year, and there was a pregame skate. So the guys were on the ice, and me and Solar like cruising around the Coliseum, and we're trying to we're up to no good. I don't know. We end up at the very top of like the scorekeeper's box, like way up there.
Yeah.
And we're cruising around and stuff, and we walk to the end that Hauser was in, our home ice end, and we find the goal horn. And so we're like, well, shit, you think it's on? So Solar taps it, and everybody on the ice looks up at us and sees us. We're like, okay, let's have some fun. So they're in the one end, and they're doing shooting drills on Hauser. They're doing point shots and stuff. The first guy that puts the puck in the net, Solar slams the button down and holds it down, and everybody starts cracking up, and we were on him the entire practice. And he's banging his stick on the post and stuff. Oh, it was hilarious.
I could just picture him freaking out. That'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Somebody asks, what about what's with the salute that you do after the anthem?
The what?
Somebody says that you do a salute after the anthem every time.
Yeah. So it was something that we did at Ferris, and I don't know. I just find it a big sign of respect and stuff. I like to, just respect. And I know that those can kind of become very routine, the anthems and stuff. And I just kind of, I don't know, that's kind of when I'm mentally preparing for the game. And then, just kind of realizing what that whole thing's about, the anthem, and, respecting, military and everybody that sacrificed for the country, and just a lot goes into that. And it's just kind of a salute to them, just like a personal little thing that I do, and then put my helmet on and ready to go.
Nice. So you, did you ever play against Jeff Lurg? Sure you did.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was it like playing against that midget?
Well, talk about superstitious. I remember, obviously I'm a net front guy, right? So I'm in front of the net off the faceoff, and I'm trying to do my best to get in his way, and I hear him behind me, and he goes, and he's like, shot. Oh, okay, check post, check, shot. And he's dropping down, and he's talking to himself, and I'm I kind of it caught me off guard. I kind of stopped and slowly turned and looked at him, like, to see if that's what, you know, like, what he was doing. And I'm like, holy shit, man, you know. And then I'm thinking, like, all right, whatever you got to do. And then Paul goes out of his own, so I got to back check and get my ass off. But yeah, he's I don't know, he's a different breed, but he's a good goalie. He stole the series from us that one year. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's pretty good for being 4 foot tall.
Oh yeah, he's so athletic, man. Like, he's so quick. He reminds me of Jonathan Quick, and it sounds like, from anything I've heard, he's completely, you know, devoted to succeeding, which is huge. And yeah, he's a good player. I mean, he won a national championship at Michigan State, so
yeah,
if you do that, you're a good player.
I think he's retired now, isn't he?
I think so.
Didn't he? I think he hung it up.
Till Toledo needs him.
Yeah, I heard he went over to France or something, and then that might have been the year that he came back to Toledo. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was. He came back and played a few games over there, but
I think so.
not a whole lot. So, well, let's see. You got anything? Ask your question, Don?
Oh yeah, you were here for 3 years. You should be able to answer this one. Do you like? I almost said it. Powers or Coney Island?
Oh, Coney Island, man.
Really?
That Coney Island with the Flint style Coney
Absolutely.
chili. Oh. And then you get the great Fago and a bag of chips. It's so old school, but it's so good. And we'd have, my dad would come down and we'd go there for lunch. Yeah, I love that place.
Everybody does. That's the place when somebody comes to visit that you take them.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And it's not a colon cleanse like Powers. Did you ever go
That
to
one-
Powers while you're there?
Bowers?
Powers hamburgers?
Oh, yeah. Where was that?
Right down the road.
Right
from-
downtown.
Yeah.
Right down the middle downtown.
I don't think so. No, I went to, like, when family was in town, we would go to the Hoppy Gnome. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
My mom really likes it there.
That's a good place.
Next to me giving me the thumbs up.
Man, you're a beer guy and you've been gone for what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Holy shit. There's been a lot of new breweries open up. You need to come back down here.
Yeah.
I know, man.
We'll have to take you on the
Get that
tour now.
get that golf alumni party going, and then I'm there.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So question is,
All right.
well, no, I won't go there yet. Will you be an alumni?
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, do I have to retire a Comet to be able to go?
No.
No.
Anybody can go. We had,
All right,
God,
cool.
who all did we have here last year?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Olivier Legault, Schrocky was here.
Chinner.
Yeah, Chin, Ron Leaf, Norm Waslowski, Robbie Irons, Wisniewski, however you say his name. I forget. I mess that up every time. We had a ton of guys here. So it was fun. And it's pretty much like this. So what we do is everybody gets together, you hang out beforehand for a while, and then we split it up into groups like old timers, mid, you guys, and the new level. And people just, all the fans that are there just ask you questions. So it's kind of like this, and it's uncensored.
Yeah.
You just have fun with it.
You just have a couple of hundred people that liked watching you play, asking you questions.
So
Yeah, that'd be a good time. I'd be interested in doing that for sure. And especially if you add in some golf and round of golf early on, and all the guys can kind of
maybe
get
what
to know
we'll
each
do
other
is
and the
we'll do,
legends. And
we'll do golf the day before, maybe. So
Yeah.
not everybody's
yeah, there you
hungover
go.
and drunk.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it.
No, we
then
can
you
do
got
that.
then you got guys showing up. You got Robbie Irons showing up without a tooth.
Yeah.
You'd be careful.
You got to watch playing golf with that guy. He'll kill you.
Is he good?
Oh man, he's good. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
club champion out at Autumn Ridge, and I mean he's very,
Oh, wow.
very good at golf. He kicked my ass. So
Yeah, I've heard obviously like those legend players. You hear so much about them, but never really get to meet them and talk to them and stuff. I think that'd be a cool experience.
That's what it's fun for like this thing, because they do like the reunion night on opening night where they come in, but they only spend like an hour together.
Yeah.
So our whole thing is these guys are together all day, or we can make it the weekend and just get to know each other and have fun with it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, one more question. Somebody wants to know what it's like being a part of a teddy bear toss.
It's pretty cool. I was never lucky enough to be the one to get all the teddy bears on the ice.
James scored ours.
But there was one year I think it was my last year, and before the game, we were talking about like cool ways, like like unleash the teddy bears or find like cool celly or something to get them on the ice. And Sid was talking. He's like, "Oh, if I score, we'll do the umbrella," and everybody kind of get under the umbrella. And sure enough, he was the one to score. I'm pretty sure. And he goes over there and he like pops his stick up like an umbrella. So we like huddle around him. It was pretty cool memory.
Say AJ scored ours this year of all people, But
yeah, well, yeah, that doesn't hurt getting the fans to like him. Probably doesn't need any help with that, like you said. But
yeah,
it's cool.
So, you guys have any other questions? We don't want to keep you all night. I feel bad.
No. I got a request from my wife here next to me. She's a big Icy fan. She said she has a pin and everything. She'd be distracted during a game watching him climb the glass in the wall, and she said she wants to meet Icy.
No, we can make that happen.
Oh, we can make that happen.
So pretty much anybody.
She said all year she wanted a picture with Icy, and he always blew her off. But she's a big Icy fan.
What a jerk! No, we can make that happen.
I think peanut M&Ms is what they use.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Yeah, you guys come down. We'll get her a picture.
Golf and Icy.
Right.
Golf and Icy.
So we'll even get him out there and make him swing a golf club so we can all laugh at his ass.
Yeah, there you go.
So you play golf when you're down here. If you were to pick a course for the alumni, where would you go?
If I was to pick a course?
Yep.
I mean, I've only played the one. What is it?
Really?
I think I've only played the one course down there. What is the one just north side of town, I think?
Pine Valley?
Yeah, I think that. Wait.
Private or not?
Did you say Pine Valley?
So there was Pine Valley. There was Autumn Ridge.
No, I'm thinking the one I always lose golf balls in.
I think it's Autumn Ridge. I think that sounds familiar. And it's been a couple of years since I've been there, but I've only played the one course. Yeah. It's usually it's obviously hard to play there during the season. But it's usually like playoffs when it starts opening up and stuff, and we get out there, a couple guys, and it's a nice way to relax and kind of get your mind off everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, while you're overseas, did they have anything like teddy bear toss or any of the fun things that we do over here?
Not really. No, they weren't very high on the marketing in between periods or anything like that. No, definitely not a teddy bear toss. I don't know if they really do much in between periods. Like how in Fort Wayne, there's like the president's race and stuff, and the other guys that are cruising around beating the shit out of each other. the helmet guys, I guess. The big guys.
Yeah, they retired those.
They stopped that.
Somebody got hurt.
Yeah.
It's now a
somebody got hurt? No way.
Yeah, somebody got slammed and it cut them open or something like that.
Oh, geez.
So
I think they were jousting.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's gonna be well, I hope it's not a popular thing now in Fort Wayne. I hope it's one and done and everybody learns their lesson through me. But
I don't know. It'll probably get tried now that we know about it.
Yeah.
I got goalie sticks right back behind us.
We got plenty of empty cases of beer.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the first step. Finish the beer case so you have the helmet.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Brennan wants to know if you're any good at soccer, and he knows a lot of players play before the game. Did you guys play a little sewer ball at all?
Yeah. I would always be in the two-touch games. I would consider myself top 5. Shaftsman had a breakdown of who was the best, who was the worst, and he was pretty honest with it too. I will say.
Is that a number 9-5 or a number 5-5?
I would probably say around 5-5 because there were some guys that were just like Baptiste would come in, he wasn't great. Some other guy, Stoller, would battle his way through, and then he'd get out and like steal the ball or something, or like break dance in the middle of it, so we couldn't play. And it's like, dude, like just lose, quit trying to show off now, you know. And then other guys were good, and Kalkin was good, Shaz was pretty good, Mbach was pretty good, Nags was always out there playing too. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a good way to loosen up and relax, and like that's where you're shooting the shit still, you know. Like I don't know, you're just having fun with the guys, but yeah, I was a big fan of that.
So you want to know a fun little Toledo story? I think it might have been you. I think you might have still been here, but Toledo was out playing a little sewer ball before the game, and somebody got one of the Redcoats to go over and tell them they couldn't play out there, and made them go back to their locker room just to piss them off beforehand.
Yeah.
And you would have never guessed that there was a group of 20 to 30-year-old men over there because it sounded like a bunch of preschoolers. It was so funny. Listen to those guys.
It was a what?
It was. You would have thought it was a group of preschoolers over there because they were so pissed
yeah.
that they couldn't play sewer ball. There was just somebody at the Coliseum that was fucking with them the whole time.
So
it was
they
in
were
playoffs too, so they made them quit playing so they couldn't do it.
Oh man, that's funny.
I think they used the excuse like they were blocking the hallway or something. They couldn't block the hallway anymore.
Hmm.
But then Dan Watson, Waddy saw you guys over playing on your end of the building, and they were like, "What the fuck?" So,
Yeah, get out there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we would usually get told in certain arenas like you couldn't play, and then we would like keep playing, obviously, and we would just keep going until something broke most of the time, or we'd like find somewhere else to go. But I remember we were in the basement of Fort Wayne. We would have to go down there sometimes, and then there'd be like the animals like down there from the circus,
yeah.
and they'd be like boat shows and shit, like everything going on down there. But we would just find a little spot to play. Never really got kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry did miss the question. He said Coney Island all day.
So what?
Larry Schmidt, the PA address announcer for the Komets, just asked if he missed Powers or Coney Island. So
If I missed the Coney Island?
if he missed the question. That's a question we ask every show, so everybody looks forward to it. Nobody ever picks Powers anymore. So except for Don.
Sorry, I can't understand. I couldn't understand what you were saying. Oh, the Coney Island Bowers, what you said, right?
Yeah, everybody asks.
Yeah.
Wants to know the
Okay.
answers.
Well,
So,
the new guys don't even go to either one anymore.
yeah, these new guys are so health conscious that they don't go eat at these places, and we're like, you're missing out.
Yeah. What are they eating? Salad?
Probably a little rabbit food here and there.
No, yeah, that Coney Island's the place to be.
Oh yeah.
Good for the body.
Or if you can get out to Tin Caps game and Dollar Beer, Dollar Dog, those are good too.
Oh yeah.
They're probably not that good, but they taste great after about 7 beers.
Right, yeah. And the atmosphere of those games are a lot of fun. I remember going to a bunch of those.
Oh yeah, they're a blast. Hopefully we get to go to some this year.
Yeah. Hopefully.
All right, man. Well, we don't want to hold you all night. It's been over an hour, so we will definitely keep you in the loop for the alumni party so you can come join us.
Yeah.
August 15th is the scheduled date as of now, unless this stuff keeps going. It better not last that long. So
yeah, I hope not. I hope it clears up before then. Yeah, that'd be a good time. Keep in touch and let me know the info and stuff. And if I'm still around by then, I think that'd be a good time.
yeah, definitely. We'll get a bunch of the boys together. I'm gonna try to get Shazzy down here if he's ever not working or quarantined or anything.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, he's got 4 kiddos running around, so I'm sure who am I kidding? Nicole takes care of those kids, and he's getting nice meals and stuff. He's living the life, that guy.
yeah, he married a superwoman, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, buddy. Well, it was good talking to you. Glad to hear from you, and I'll keep in touch and send you some texts every now and then, stuff. See how you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me on, and good luck with everything. And I'll be tuning in on these next couple episodes you guys are putting out.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll talk to you.
All right, stay healthy. See you guys.
Yeah, bye. All right, so we are still working on some other shows. If you guys have any requests, let us know. Chalker is going to be coming on at some point. We got to reschedule that.
I've gotten a couple of questions about that.
Yeah, we're working on Chasma, working on a couple other guys in town too.
I know there's a couple of guys that they want to do it. They just want to wait until this whole virus thing dies down.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shows lined up, but they want to do it in person. We do have one on Tuesday. I forgot to bring up. We're going to have Brandon Warner live and in person Tuesday night. Don't judge us. We need to hang out and have fun time. So yeah, we're going to have Warner. We might have another guest or two pop in on that one. We'll see. I know a lot of guys love playing with him. So that'll be Tuesday night. We're going to try to go about 7. So it's going to be a little earlier.
That way this old man can get to bed so I can get up for work.
Man.
Yeah, because he got woke up so fucking early today.
I did.
Come on, Christy. What the hell? Sleeping in is sleeping in. I know she's watching.
I
saw her
know.
earlier.
I want to hear about it.
God damn it. When I'm going to sleep in, I'm going to sleep in.
But so yeah, Brandon Warner on Tuesday. We're gonna try to get a couple other guys. Maybe we'll get Leo back on with him and Shrocky or something. We'll see. Depends on how bad those guys want out of the house right now. So
We want to talk about the awards at all, or
yeah, we could. Fan voting awards. I'm not gonna talk bad about them.
That's why the fans shouldn't vote on it.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was a couple on there.
I mean, I love Petey to death. Don't get me wrong, but whatever.
I don't know. It could have went either way. Petey could have got
Correct.
true comment. I personally think AJ should have got it, but either way.
Either way.
So
what about some of those league awards?
fuck those.
How
Sorry. Sorry. I'm the asshole on Twitter that called the league out and got responded to and shit. So
I want
I
to
don't
know
know
how
how-
Shaw didn't get which one what
he didn't get put on the first team or
Yeah.
any of the
Yeah,
all-star
nothing.
I
teams.
mean,
Yeah, fuck.
he can't score on me or Ed. So, I mean,
Smart asses.
I mean, I
There's
would.
photo proof that I got scored on that one.
Yes, I know.
So the other, we're going to switch subjects rapidly now. The other thing we were asking too is if you guys have any suggestions on stuff for us to do to make you laugh or
Oh,
entertain.
that's way too vague.
Challenge wise, I'm not running down the street naked. Somebody sent me a message about that the other day. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
So if you have any ideas like what we could do for challenges, I know putt tournament has come up, so I can go beat Don in that.
What the fuck?
Somebody suggested a putt and go-kart challenge at the same point. That'd be fun. Somebody's going to get hurt, but
yeah. I mean, you guys saw how I was racing earlier.
There'll be waivers on that.
yeah. Darts. There's been some people said dart tournament.
The fuck was that?
It wasn't me.
Sounds like a laptop.
Might have been. Let's see. What else do we get? Pool
Yeah.
tournament. That doesn't sound like much fun. I'd rather see something funny. Curling,
No.
ball hockey shootout. There's actually something that works with that already. So we'll leave that alone. It's a little roller hockey.
Whatever.
So,
Maybe we can take some fucking slap shots.
oh, there will be from a lot of people.
I don't care.
We
Bring it
are
on.
working on a roller hockey game
Bring
that
it
we
on.
might live stream. So we'll see.
We can beat the shit out of Larry in bow hockey.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bubble hockey. That was what it was. Bubble hockey tournament.
Larry doesn't just gets to announce. He can't play.
Yeah, Larry is exempt from that because
Oh
he
my
will whoop
gosh.
everyone's ass.
He gets a bye to the finals. He just got to play whoever wins.
That would be fun though. A bubble hockey tournament would be a good time. We just got to find a second machine, second or third.
Well, there's one at the Ice House. There's one at Hop River.
Yeah, so we got two.
I doubt he did, Larry.
No, I didn't. So, so yeah, anything else that you guys can think of? Sumo suit, boxing match. That'd be kind of fun. Somebody said that earlier.
I mean,
So,
Whatever.
do we really need the suits?
No,
no,
not
just
really.
give us the gloves. We look like it. Or if you have any ideas of who else you guys want to hear, we can get a hold of them. Now's a perfect time because nobody's doing anything.
Yeah.
So hence all the shows we've had. So
Yeah, there's only one person not answering their phone. I mean, everybody else in the world answers their phone.
yeah, everybody but Chalker, who did apologize on multiple occasions.
Yes, I know. That's why it's funny.
So, dunk tank. It better be a big tank.
You'd have to refill it every time we fell into it.
Why don't we just go to the pool, and if you get hit with
Yeah.
the thing, you just fall off the diving board?
Just pay me $1 to jump in the pool.
Setups. Like
Setups?
Like sit-ups.
No,
I can't even get halfway up. My belly gets in the way.
Oh my
oil
goodness.
wrestling.
No, God, no.
Just watch some videos of people trying to catch an oiled up pig.
So,
All right.
yeah, think of all that stuff. Think of ideas, put it on the page. We'll put a post up for everybody to comment on it with your ideas. But other than that, there's not a whole lot else besides Tuesday night with Warner, and maybe more.
Yeah.
So
Season opener tailgate party, whenever that is. Komets alumni party.
yeah, good thing we really didn't push forward to the anniversary party because it would have got canceled anyway.
I think we need to we'll talk about that afterwards.
So there's a lot of stuff coming. We got a whole bunch of stuff in the works, but we can't do
We can't
anything.
go forward with anything. So
Can't even get any dates because all these places are closed.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit I got to schedule and I can't do anything right now. It sucks. So, but anyways, hope everybody has a good weekend. Stimulus checks are on the way. I got an email earlier today.
I saw Wednesday.
I haven't filed my taxes yet. So
Last year's. They're using last year's.
oh, good. There you go.
I'm working on Frenchie as we already, so that could be a possibility soon.
Yeah, I saw someone mention Bardis as well.
Yeah, if anybody has the way to get a hold of him, let me know.
Kisha said she was going to send him a message.
Yeah, give me a phone number. I'll call him. So, other than that, guys, we'll go ahead and let you go. We've kept you for an hour and a half, so appreciate you tuning in. We'll keep in touch over the weekend and get some ideas. So we'll see everybody later.
Yay.